These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hello, Megan Thompson with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. And we're following up on the death of Scottsdale Police Detective Ryan So. The department has now confirmed with ABC15 So was unloading equipment from a vehicle, and while moving a bag, a rifle fell out, hitting the ground, firing off a round that hit the detective. He was rushed to the hospital, but sadly did not survive. He leaves behind a wife and 3 children. The Mesa Police Department is investigating his death. We are working to learn when a memorial service will be held. The 2024 state budget now on its way to Governor Katie Hobbs's desk. Lawmakers working through the weekend to pass the package of 16 bills. The budget getting support and criticism from both sides of the aisle. Some Republican lawmakers telling ABC15 they wanted more time to review it, while some Democrats say they wanted more rules for the state's school voucher program. There are still some major unanswered questions. This budget uses money from the state's opioid settlement fund, a move the Arizona Attorney General has called illegal. Now, Kia is one of the latest car manufacturers to issue a warning to some drivers. They say Telluride vehicle owners should park outside due to an increased fire risk. As with most recalls, it's sometimes unclear how long owners have to wait for a fix. Consumer reporter John Matarese looks into why some recall repairs take longer than others, so you don't waste your money.
If your car is ever recalled, you can usually get a fix in a matter of weeks, but some drivers are now being told they have to wait months, if not longer, for a recall repair. And I just spoke with one man who's being told he has to park outside where it's not safe.
Bill Frederick has a lot of extra space in his garage because he says he can no longer park his 2017 Genesis inside.
You can't park this in that garage.
Cannot park it in the garage.
It's more than a minor recall. The notice says his car is a fire risk and should only be parked outdoors.
It's safe to drive, but don't park it in your garage.
But his dealer says it doesn't have the parts to fix it on hand.
A month or two became 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and they keep on pushing the date back.
Carl Brower with the online platform iSeeCars says how quickly a car is repaired comes down to availability of parts.
You may be aware of the recall months before you can get it addressed because there aren't enough components to go around.
By law, recalls have to be announced as soon as a safety defect is confirmed, which could be before there's even a solution. According to Consumer Reports, the best guidance after a recall is to get the car fixed as soon as possible. You can try contacting a local dealership or the manufacturer for a loaner car. It doesn't always work, but it's worth a conversation. In extreme cases, a dealership or manufacturer may repurchase the vehicle, a practice that differs state to state. In most cases, the short-term solution is paying attention to recall notices and practicing patience.
It's not reassuring, if you will.
A spokesperson for Hyundai, the parent company of Genesis, told us they will see if Bill's case can be expedited, though that doesn't help everyone else. As always, don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese.
School may be out for the summer, but parents, don't let your kids fall into the so-called summer slide when it comes to reading. According to Scholastic, children in 3rd to 5th grades lose about 20% of their school year gains in reading during the summer. Parents, so what can you do if your kids aren't too fond of reading? One expert suggests introducing them to fantasy, a genre many kids like, or find something that follows their interests. And check out your local library, too. The Phoenix Library has a summer reading game with great prizes up for grabs. Several other cities are also doing summer reading programs.
Time now for that most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo. Fire weather warnings in place for our state as winds crank up again across Arizona and relative humidity stays really low. We're talking a humidity below 10%. Fire weather warnings in place for areas northeast of Phoenix and for parts of Gila County and much of northern Arizona, too, in effect from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Those winds will gust as high as 35 to 45 miles an hour and relative humidity again below 10%. That high 107 in Phoenix today, upper 70s for Flagstaff and upper 80s for Payson, low 90s today in Sedona, with temperatures to our west also in the hundreds, but at least staying below 110 for today, tomorrow and Wednesday before we heat things up. That temperature will then top 110 by Thursday, Friday and Saturday, highs at 112 to 115 every single day. But there is also a chance for thunderstorms. That chance for storms will start to go up by Friday and continue through the weekend.
For the latest headlines, weather and traffic, head on over to ABC15.com or download the free ABC15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.